everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
We got Donald Trump. Bruh, I like to start out like this. Because I like to start out with the most craziest stuff in the world because, I mean, what better else to do than start with some crazy stuff? You know what I'm saying? What better else to do than start with something crazy? So shout out to everybody who follow me on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Okay, you can follow me everywhere, everydaypj. Follow me on Instagram, everydaypj. Follow me on Facebook, everydaypj. Twitch, everydaypj. You can follow me on Kick, everydaypj. So come join me on Kick. I will be streaming on Kick live soon. So make sure you come and check me out over there, okay? So let's get into it, man. It's a long speech and we got a lot to talk about. Let's get it.
Good evening. Before we begin, I'm proud to report that our country is safer, stronger, and far wealthier than it has ever been before. We are doing great. Less than 2 years ago, we inherited an economic and social disaster. After the worst inflation in 48 years, the wide open borders with millions and millions of people pouring in from all over the world, including criminals of all types, and 11,888 murders, many of whom killed more than one person. We had transgender for everybody, men and women's sports, crime ravaging our cities, and the whole world.
Wait a minute. He started off hot. He talking about murderers and all this. Did he just about transgenders for everybody? You get a transgender. You get a transgender. Nigga, who is this Oprah of transgenders? Nigga, what?
Was laughing at us as a nation, but not anymore. 2 years ago, our country was dead. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world. America is respected like we have never been respected before. We have more money being invested in the United States than at any time in the history of our country. More Americans are working today than ever before. This week it was announced that.
I just want to know, by investments, do you mean they are buying into? So do they own a piece of America? Like, let's clarify who's investing into America and what are they investing into America for? Like, are we up for sale? Like, is America on the stock market? Is there like a AME stock numbers of America you can buy into it and you can make money from it? Because please let me know, because that, is going to the highest bidder, obviously Saudi Arabia.
That inflation
and Israel
saw the largest monthly decline in more than 6 years. Just happened. It was just given out. The media reported it, and we accept it. The best in 6 years. The tax cuts in our great, big, beautiful bill are saving hardworking families thousands and thousands of dollars, like with the provisions. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on.
Wait a minute. Let me tell y'all. No tax on overtime. Let's clarify that. When you file your taxes on overtime, you only get when they say that we're going to give you time and a half, you're only getting the half. No tax. So if you make $10 an hour and you get the half, the $5 will not be taxed. So don't get it twisted. He still said what he said. He did what he was gonna do, but it didn't help. It didn't help your bottom line. That's all. It didn't help your bottom line because there's still income coming in. So when it came to tax time, that income coming in took away from you being that's your taxable income still, so you still paying it, like whatever. Okay, just to let y'all know.
Social Security for our great seniors, along with the interest deduction on a loan used to purchase a car, but only if that car is made in America, and a 100% expensing for our job-creating businesses. Our stock markets are at their highest point in many years, but we can actually say of all time. And your 401ks, pensions, and retirement accounts are setting records every single day, the highest in history. For years, we paid the highest price for prescription drugs anywhere in the world. Now we pay the lowest price under my most favored nation's policy because I was able to get the rest of the world and the pharmaceutical companies to act responsibly. Drug prices are coming down by 70, 80, and 90%.
I don't want to nitpick, but like the same medicine that I've been picking up for $2, $3 is now like $8. Not that it's not that big of a jump, but it's just like, damn, that's 400%. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's not that much. $8 is $8, but I'm just saying it was $2. Now it's $8.
TrumpRx.gov. This will ultimately reduce the cost of health care. You have to go to TrumpRx.gov and take advantage of it. But the cost of health care is coming way down because of what we've done with prescription drugs. And with Trump accounts, every child in America now has access to a tax-free investment account to save for their future. Billions and billions of dollars are being invested, put in by companies and individuals to take care of our children so
these companies are buying into America. Do you take note? Companies are buying into America. America is now on the stock market. You can buy into, and it's not children. It's just only new children. Like if you decide to have a new baby, then maybe you can get this. But let me tell you, they'll give you the initial $1,000, right, to start your investment plan. But what you have to do is you have to keep investing money into that account. You have to keep investing money into that account. That is ran by who? Hey, look, I'm not finna tell y'all what to do, but I'm just saying it's a great thing because if they put the initial investment, I think by the time your kid is 18, it'll be like $3,000. So that's a free $3,000 when they turn 18. Great, awesome. But when you start putting money in there, understand it's just like any other bank account. The bank has your money. So when you put money in that account, whoever is the holder of that account can do whatever they want with that money because they're using your money to loan out. That's how you'll gain interest on it. So just be aware.
At age 18, they will have potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars in their account, and they'll get off to a great start in life. So for that, go to TrumpAccounts.gov and sign up your child or any child who'd like to sign up.
If it got Trump's name on it.
Our previously wide open borders have been transformed into the most secure borders in the history of our country, with 0 illegal aliens being admitted to the United States in the past.
No illegal aliens. Man, that is a far cry from the millions of aliens that came in from Joe Biden. Like they was coming in from spaceships, boat ships, ships, all that, championships. It was if they could play basketball, they can get over here, okay?
14 months. That is 0. Nobody thought it was possible. We had the worst border.
Or if they could play baseball. If they could play baseball, they are guaranteed a spot in America.
In the history of our country, and now we have the best. Crime is plummeting nationwide with the murder rate at its lowest level since 1900. or more than 125 years ago. We're making a record investment in our armed forces, and we have the strongest and most powerful military far anywhere in the world. I built it during my first term, and unfortunately, we're forced to use it now. We won in Venezuela, which is now working with us to produce millions and millions of barrels of oil. We are likewise winning big in Iran, and you will see the fruits of that labor very, very shortly. America is back.
We taking their oil, baby. Oh, drill, baby, drill. Drill over there, okay? Quit drilling in Oklahoma. I'm sick of these damn earthquakes in Oklahoma, okay? Go take over they. I'll be happy when y'all take over their oil because I'm sick of the fracking. Like the fracking is tearing up Oklahoma. Y'all don't know about fracking, but I do. Okay, we have an earthquake every freaking 2 days. So keep stealing land. Keep stealing land and drilling over there. I don't care.
And doing really well, but we still have a major challenge that must be urgently addressed because no country can be great without fair and honest elections. You have to trust your country because if there can be no trust, there can be no greatness. And that's very...
He's right. Somebody said earlier, do you believe black people are capable of getting an ID, or would this impede their voting ability? I don't know, Massa. I don't know if black people can get ID now, man. You know, Massa be trying to take our ID. We only got this paper. We only got these freedom papers. If I take these freedom papers, I think I should be able to vote by the end, right? This is how dumb you did. This is in the comment section. You just scroll up, you're gonna see it. It's crazy.
Very simple. No trust, no greatness. For many years, I've called for bold, swift, and decisive action to protect the integrity of America's elections. Every American deserves to know that when they cast their vote, that vote will be counted accurately in a system, and that is to make that system secure. One where cheating and interference are not just difficult, but virtually impossible. Unfortunately, the system we have today falls catastrophically short of that standard.
Hey, I'm gonna just tell y'all what. I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna let him talk. But there were four people charged and are about to serve federal prison time for voter fraud during the election. So what? This is prior to this so-called SAFE Act, Save America Act, Save something Act, saving something. This is prior to. So if people are being charged for voter fraud because they weren't allowed to vote and they did anyway, and mind you, they are Americans. They just wasn't allowed to vote. But if people are being charged, then the systems in place already work. Because I mean, I don't know if I'm not 100% sure. I may be 99.9999999% sure 4 votes didn't matter. But carry on.
Tonight, I'm announcing the immediate declassification and release of critical intelligence revealing shocking vulnerabilities in our election infrastructure. This evidence shows that the election system we have dangerously exposes like levels never thought possible to hacking, exploitation, and foreign interference. Just as disturbingly, this vital information has for many years been covered up and hidden from you, the American people, our beautiful, our great American people. But that...
You know who hid it from us? The administration who hid it from us is the administration who was over the administration when the voter fraud was happening? Who was over that administration? If you guessed, yeah.
That all changes right now. The documents we will release starting tonight have been gathered by the White House Government Transparency Task Force, a great group of people, along with the staff of the President's Intelligence Advisory Board, supported by our top intelligence agency chiefs, who have all personally reviewed the findings. We are presenting this evening and fully confirmed their authenticity. You can see these documents for yourself at whitehouse.gov. That's whitehouse.gov. Go check it out. Our purpose in disclosing this information is not to weaken confidence in election, but to earn that confidence by confronting vulnerabilities and correcting them very, very quickly. And that's what we're doing. The documents cover 5 major areas of concern. First, they show that over...
Hold on. All right. I want to show y'all this. All right, so you type in whitehouse.gov. It pops up immediately. Immediately. Okay. Type immediately. You can hit view documents. This is so funny. Boy, I tell you what, we in a world of trouble. If y'all ain't know, we in a world of trouble.
For a period of years, starting during the 2020 election cycle, the People's Republic of China carried out what is believed to be the largest compromise of election data in history, resulting in China's illicit acquisition of 220 million U.S. voter files. That information includes names, addresses, phone numbers, political party preferences, and other sensitive data that would be needed to register to vote.
I mean, that's kind of how that works. Like they have, listen, okay, I don't know where y'all from, but where I'm from, we have to show ID. We got to. So what I do is I go in, I say my name, I'm a junior, okay? My dad's a senior. I have to make sure they know I'm junior, he's senior, okay? And at the same time, they see my ID, they see my address, and then they mark me down. So show my stuff. But guess what? It has my phone number, it has my address. I don't know. If anything, if this stuff is to be getting out, it's getting out. Because they have it all. They do.
And engage in other nefarious activities, which is exactly what was happening. This data loss presents an unprecedented election security nightmare. The intelligence even shows that China assigned a data exploitation unit specifically to this new project. Compounding the travesty, the second set of documents we are releasing reveals that members of the deep state, very, very famous group of people, in many cases, in our intelligence agency work to actively suppress and downplay information about the extent of China's sinister election meddling, covering it up from both the president and the American people like nobody thought was possible.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me the deep state held this information from the sitting president at the time of the corruption? President Donald Trump, they held this information. Deep state? Who is that? I don't know what deep state is. So I'm a Google it, okay? Just bear with me. I'm gonna Google it and I'm gonna tell y'all who deep state is.
U.S. spy agencies began learning about the compromise of voter registration files in 2020 when they discovered that tens of millions of voter data, think of that, tens of Millions of voters' data in 18 states have been bought, stolen, or hacked by China.
Okay, so deep state is a political concept that refers to a supposed covert network of unelected government officials, intelligence agencies like the CIA and FBI, and corporate financial elites who allegedly manipulate state policies behind the scenes, independent of elected political leadership. So does that mean the CIA, which is government, and the FBI, which is government, which is held by Donald Trump, who was the government? So the CIA, which is your government, and the FBI, which is your government, worked against you with rich other people, other rich elites, to go against you, Donald Trump? Is that what we saying? I somebody help me if maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Please in the chat, man, let me know. I'm reading all the comments. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We lit and we live. Make sure y'all follow me on Everyday PJ Politics, or it's Everyday Politics, Everyday PJ Politics. You'll find it, and you can find me there every day posting new content.
Yet those responsible for sounding the alarm instead kept the information secret and hidden. They did not disclose to me as president or to anyone else, and to the best of our knowledge, they did not inform Congress. In fact,
wait, you don't write anything down after conversations?
This is Pocket. I never go anywhere without it.
all they kept saying is, this is the most secure election in the history of our country. A standard, very pat line that was divvied out to say the cover-up of this colossal security breach is even more disturbing in light of the additional information showing that China engaged in other election-related activities to undermine my first administration and our 2020 campaign. They did not want, and they just didn't want it. They fought like hell not to have it, Donald Trump, to win, and for good reason. As the documents we are
Hey, I want to say one thing. You know the greatest thing that Elon Musk did, the greatest thing in American history when it comes to politics and people choosing which political social media channel they wanted to follow. The greatest thing Elon Musk did was put in his whatever system that they have where these political people were from. Everybody, every person. If you go to click on somebody on X, if you go click on their profile, and you can see where they created their account from. If they created their account from America, Africa, China, or whatever. Do you know all the people who the biggest MAGA supporters were not from America? It was so many large MAGA accounts. You know why? You know why they were so large? Because MAGA's stupid. I'm going to just be honest. Y'all were stupid. Y'all followed anybody who said whatever they wanted you to say, and all they had to do was spread the bull crap from MAGA. And none of the largest accounts were from America. But hey, believe what you want. If it was China interfering, it damn well could have been. But they were all MAGA. They were all MAGA. Does anybody remember this? This was like a year ago. This was big news that every large MAGA account was not from America. It went so deep that it was, this is how I know, it was hip hop fan accounts, not even from America. They were hip hop fan accounts, not even from America, acting like they were from America, acting like they were from Compton, acting like they were from Toronto. Toronto's not America, but it was a Drake account. So they was acting like they was a Drake fan, like they was from Toronto, but they was really from India. It was a account from Compton, but they were really from India. There's accounts from that were MAGA from Indonesia, all over the world. These were people who shared their posts millions of times. They were not even from America, and they were MAGA. None of these accounts came on here and said, none of these accounts, I mean, maybe it was one or two that were for Joe Biden. I don't know why they would be for Joe Biden. That wouldn't make sense. Nobody's gonna share that shit. Joe Biden's social media was about as dead as he is right now, okay? 1 foot in and 1 foot out the grave looking at it. Nobody cared. But they MAGA, dummies. They fell for it all. Every one of you. Hey, if you shared it, I'm not calling you dumb. I'm just saying you fell for it.
Recent show, CIA reporting explicitly stated, and I quote, in mid-2018, the Chinese Communist Party's policy was to leverage all domestic and foreign elements that were opposed to the U.S. president in an effort to reduce the U.S. president's votes and make him resign or prevent his re-election. Isn't that nice? Also, in mid-2018, China was working to influence the results of the U.S. midterm elections and later the results of the 2020 presidential election itself. Separately, in mid-2019, the Chinese government's strategy against the United States was focused on undermining domestic confidence in the U.S. president. They wanted to just make you sound like your president wasn't so hot, when actually your president has done a great job, and they did everything possible to do exactly that. Going on, this document says, and this is by the CIA, the strategy included efforts to use Chinese contacts with big U.S. companies to influence U.S. business leaders to turn against the President of the United States of America. The Chinese government sought to identify U.S. journalists who had reported negatively on the U.S. president and pay them large sums of money to write more negative articles about him, as many as they could, and they didn't care what they said. The Chinese government wanted U.S. president to lose the next election, and the reason they wanted me to lose is because they knew I was wise to them.
Well, I thought you was friends with President Xi or King Xi or whatever. I thought President Xi was your friend. Like, ain't he your friend? Why would he want you out? If America has had the best friendship with China since never, because we never had a good relationship with China, I guess. Why would China not want you to be president? Because I thought you was that dog, right? I thought you was the man. I don't know if he's telling us, like, I don't know, man, stroking his ego, or what is you doing? Like, did you do good or did you not do good? Because if you did good, why would if you and China had such a good relationship, why would they want you out so bad? And if you did so bad, why would they, if they got you out, why would they interfere and and let you back in? Like, where's the interference when they let you back in? like did y'all like stop interference? Like, what the fuck? Like, when did the interference stop? Like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? This don't make no sense.
Charged them billions and billions of dollars worth of tariffs and built the strongest military anywhere in the world. We have the strongest military anywhere in the world. These are exact quotes from the CIA reporting. The name of the person doing the quote is now under review, but it gets even worse. Raw intelligence obtained by the FBI in 2020, yet buried by rogue bureaucrats, stated that China's activities even included an attempt to manufacture illegal ballots for Joe Biden. Documents show that during this period, dozens of significant CIA and NSA reports about China's election targeting were kept out of the presidential briefing. These were briefings I would get almost every day. Thing was kept out that was of importance. One email among intelligence analysts admitted that they had, quote, deliberately massaged the presidential daily briefing to withhold information regarding Chinese activities related to the election. Another official inside the FBI wrote that she was running, quote, a shadow government, unquote, to keep intelligence about China's election meddling from becoming known and to keep it away from the honorable press.
Man, shout out to the Starch Man for the super chat, man. I appreciate you. Keep it coming, big dog. I appreciate you. All right.
Other officials who witnessed such efforts perceived the motivations to be blatantly political. Recently, we found significant.
All right, he left. He said, so the elections were clean except the one he lost. every election was clean that he won, but when he lost, man, that one was dirty. Okay, like stop the press. Stop the press. Man, how did I miss? Did it come in on the thing? It must have came. But anyway, yeah, sure enough. How did like what is going on? Every election was bad. It's the elections that he lost was bad. But listen. You want me to tell you why he won this election? First of all, Joe Biden is crap. Okay. If y'all didn't know that before then, I knew that. But I was like, bruh, you know what? My daughter's dirty sock could have beat Joe Biden in this last election, okay? But then, not only that, he said, okay, I'm too sleepy. Let me hand it over to Kamala Harris. Like, now I support Kamala Harris. She's a Blasian, okay? She's a Blasian, okay? But let me tell you, and she's a AKA Ski-Wee. Shout out to my AKAs. I'm an AKA brother. I just said that because, hey, we here, okay? But listen, do y'all think Kamala could have won that in that short of time, or if she even had even if she had a chance to win after Joe Biden just left America, bruh, there was no chance for her to win after Joe Biden just left America. Like anybody could have, man. Who's that fat boy from New York? Chris Christie. Chris Christie could have been president. And if he was president, there'll be no doubt in my mind that Kamala could have won presidency. But coming after Joe Biden, man, come on, man. She didn't have a chance. She didn't have a chance. So when you say Trump won by a landslide, it's like, honestly, nobody even wanted to vote for these. Nobody wanted to vote for these motherfuckers. You think we just gonna hand over? Like I like Kamala, but you think we just finna hand over shit? Like nobody wanted to vote for Joe Biden for a second term. Nobody wanted to vote for Joe Biden for a second term. So when Trump won, it was because there was no strong Republicans. Republicans aren't strong. Y'all think y'all strong, but y'all not. MAGA is strong, but that's coming to an end. MAGA strong. Republicans aren't strong. There is no Republican stronger than Donald Trump. MAGA. MAGA is a whole different entity. And so what I'm telling y'all, if y'all think that people was just going to vote for Kamala just because she's black, that shit wasn't happening. If y'all think that people was going to vote for Kamala just because she was a woman, that shit wasn't happening. If y'all think people was gonna vote for Joe Biden again, that shit wasn't happening. So name one Republican that could have beat Donald Trump. None. You can't name one because they're goofy. The Republican Party is non-existent without MAGA. You take away MAGA, politics is flat again. There's no politics no more. It's dead. It's in the water. Nobody gives a shit. Trust me. I'm telling y'all the truth.
Numbers of burn bags in formation, and this is a group of bags that were used to destroy activities related to the election. Another official inside the FBI wrote that she was running, quote, a shadow government, unquote, to keep intelligence about China's election meddling from becoming known and to keep it away from the honorable press. Other officials who witnessed such efforts perceived the motivations to be blatantly political. Recently, we found significant numbers of burn bags in formation, and this is a group of bags that were used to destroy information given by President Barack Hussein Obama to be burned. It was supposed to be burned. These bags were...
Wait a minute, Barack Obama said that these... Barack Obama put the hit out on the voter. Oh my God, this is breaking news. Let me call this nigga, man. I got Barack's first. I'm gonna text him. I'm like, bro, did you really put out burn bags for real? Let me text him real quick and see what he say, man.
We're supposed to be at a different level by different people, incinerated and checked, but it never happened. Maybe we got lucky. We believe this was not done on purpose, but rather through gross incompetence of the people that were supposed to burn the bags. But the findings are stunning. Today, I'm asking the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, the Department of Justice, the FBI, and the CIA to investigate how and why such crucial information was hidden, to fire those involved in the cover-up, and to file criminal charges, if appropriate, against these people. Yet concealing China's meddling was only the beginning. The third set of documents we are releasing proves that for many years, Americans were blatantly lied to about the security of our election infrastructure.
You mean to tell me people Donald Trump hired didn't like Donald Trump? That is funny. So people Donald Trump appointed to do these positions didn't like him, so they colluded with China so they could burn ballots in a bag. y'all for real?
Including electronic voting machines and ballot counting systems, dishonest, almost all. They're vulnerable and they're easily compromised, and people within our government knew that. Tonight, we're publishing a series of previously classified U.S. intelligence community assessments and other reports proving that our government has long known these machines are extremely exposed to attack.
By the way, these machines, all right, y'all know who now owns the machines? Yes, an avid Trump supporter. But I don't believe anything will go wrong with that, okay? I don't believe anything will go wrong with that. And yes, Trump has been tough on borders, right? He's been tough on border security. He's been tough on it, right? Listen, he's been so tough on borders that fentanyl deaths has risen. Trust me, fentanyl deaths have risen. Hey, just let the cocaine and weed back in, bro. Just let the regular shit back in, because I don't want to lose a kid to fentanyl. Can we? I ain't heard of a cocaine overdose in so long. I ain't heard of, like in so long. I ain't heard of a heroin overdose in so long that it is crazy. But the borders is so secure. It's so that fentanyl is coming from where? Within. It's coming from here. It's coming from here. It's not, bruh. Let the back in at this point. Golly, I can't even get a good crackhead to work on my car no more because he doing the lean. The lean. You know what the lean is? They be nodding off and they just stuck there in the middle of the street, nodded off. They can't work. They can't do nothing. Bring back the 80s, goddammit. Because at least we had free cable. Remember, we had free cable. Everybody could get their car worked on, carburetor, started, everything. Now, you got regulations where you can't even touch your car because these car dealerships these car manufacturers and put everything in so you can't even they got different tools so you can't even get to the parts unless you take it to the dealership, which the dealership is going to charge you 3 times the amount as the everyday mechanic. So now you can't even go to the regular mechanic, the man that you done known all your life that been working on you remember him working on your 85 Cutlass, but now you got a 2026 Lincoln Nautilus and he can't even touch it because he don't even have the tools to get into the engine. I mean, y'all bring back, man. Stop this fentanyl shit because that's what's wrong with y'all. That's where it all started. But y'all, yeah, but it's some seriousness to that joke, but it's for real. We can't even work on our own shit, and then the kids can't even work on our shit.
As one assessment states, we judge that the United States adversaries, including at a minimum Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, as well as non-state groups, have the capability to compromise U.S. election infrastructure. That's unquote, but that's some statement, isn't it? Made by supposedly great patriots of our country. The document goes on to further state that, quote, we assess that centralized election-related data repositories, such as voter registration databases, poll books, and other official election websites, are most vulnerable to exploitation, and adversaries could use this access to these systems to disrupt election processes within the United States of America. Tonight, we're releasing all of those findings, and spanning from January 2020 to June 2026. This is a cyber threat aimed at the very heart of our democracy. Many people have questioned whether it could actually be possible to electronically manipulate vote totals or change election results on these terrible machines. Today, we are releasing documents that show the CIA obtained reporting of a specific plot to do a big number in favor of the corrupt Maduro regime in Venezuela. And that's exactly what happened, conspiring to digitally rig their own country's elections in 2020, and that's what they did. This reporting included precise details about methods to regime develop to digitally alter vote totals in ways that could not be detected even with an audit, no matter how deep they went. This intelligence underscores why we must take urgent action to ensure that our own system can never, ever be hacked or compromised like it was in the past. The fourth set.
Hey, man, his ad-libs are crazy. Do y'all understand Trump's ad-libs is the GOAT? Like, Trump got the best ad-libs. He got better ad-libs than rappers. He got better. I mean, it should be hitting, cuz. Like, listen to this. Listen to the ad-libs.
This intelligence underscores why we must take urgent action to ensure that Our own system can never, ever be hacked or compromised like it was in the past. The fourth set of documents reveals that even when significant evidence of fraud has been detected, it has been buried and covered up. Among the disclosures tonight are FBI files detailing evidence of alleged fraud by a large-scale voter registration operation in Michigan. In 2020, Michigan State Police raided a Democrat Get Out the Vote organization, corrupt group in Muskegon. And we're so concerned by what they found. They were just so concerned. They couldn't believe it, actually.
Hey, Trump is gassed. Nigga, like we 17 minutes in. He's gassed, okay? Somebody get him some water. Tell him to take a break. Nobody told him to do a 30-minute long speech. Like, y'all see how gassed he is? I'm going to come back to this. Look, this is at 17:48. Hear him right here.
Our cities, and the whole world was laughing at us as a nation, but not anymore. 2 years ago, our country was dead. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world.
Now listen.
American operation in Michigan. In 2020, Michigan State Police raided a Democrat Get Out the Vote organization, corrupt group in Muskegon. And we're so concerned by what they found. They were just so concerned. They couldn't believe it, actually, that they contacted the FBI. And
do you think they couldn't believe it, actually? You think that was on the teleprompter? That was an ad lib.
Detroit. The documents state that some canvassers admitted to FBI agents that they signed voter registration forms in other people's names, submitted fraudulent registration for people who did not exist, and received gift cards tied to their number of applications that they produced. In other words, it was pay, play, and cheat. The FBI agents working on the case believe that crimes were committed, yet the Biden Department of Justice slow-walked the investigation and killed it. Tonight, I'm asking the FBI director to ensure that the matter is fully investigated and to work with the Department of Justice to prosecute those responsible for any crimes. Finally, to reveal just how vulnerable our elections continue to be, we are releasing the results of a stunning investigation by the Department of Homeland Security. According to the DHS review,
according to the DHS review, man, come on, man, get it over with, big dog. Like, let's just.
Investigation by the Department of Homeland Security. According to the DHS review, state voter rolls and public records, they identified approximately 278,000 non-citizens who are registered to vote in federal elections. Since Democrat states refuse to share their voter files, the real number is actually much higher than that. Yet, even this limited analysis found.
So let me get this straight. If those numbers came from Republican states, so that means the states, the Republicans, they've been cheating. Republican states been cheating. Hey, you know what state refused to share their files? Oklahoma, and we're a Republican state. Why would Oklahoma, a Republican state, a red state, blood ski swoop or whatever, blood state, red state? You know why they did that? Because Donald Trump hates Kevin Stitt. Kevin Stitt is a goofball, and nobody likes him. Donald Trump don't like him. Everyday PJ don't like him. Oklahomans don't like him. I don't know how he only got president because Donald Trump endorsed every Republican, and he didn't care who he was. Donald Trump had no idea who he was endorsing, and goofballs, goofy ass Republican MAGA voted for Kevin Stent in Oklahoma, not knowing who he was. He was nobody. In fact, he's still nobody. He's a goofy. But hey, you know, as long this is how Donald Trump endorsed people. He just went on, somebody gave him a list of Republicans, and he went on Twitter and he just typed in, I endorse da da da, I endorse da da da, I endorse da da da, I endorse da da. He didn't care. He don't know what their policy is. He don't know what they did. All he know is these are MAGA, these are Republicans, they're in America. That's it. And he endorsed every one of them. And then when he found out that Kevin Stent was who we all knew him to be, was a goofball, he was like, oh, because Kevin Stent challenged him on one thing, rightfully so, because, I mean, if you're a sucker, you're going to fall for everything. But Kevin Stent, he's not a sucker, but then he looks like a goofy because he wanted that endorsement. He wanted the Republican vote, and then he didn't do anything great for Oklahoma. So I don't know about y'all states. I'm just telling y'all from my state. When people say, what has Democrats done for black people? What has Democrats done for anybody? I don't know, because I don't live in a Democrat state. Everything here is Republican. Okay, so I have to adopt Republican values to live in this world, or else I would suffer if I sit around and try to wait on a damn handout. That's what be wrong with y'all. Everybody want a damn handout. I don't need a handout. I can work for mine. The thing is, everybody who think, oh, you're just a Democrat, you're just a you don't know reality. I need y'all to wake up and understand that Donald Trump, he's good for America. That boy good. That boy good for America, man. I'm telling you what. If I had the chance to vote one more time for Donald Trump, I vote Donald Trump 2028. Put Donald Trump 2028 in the chat if you like Donald Trump 2028. But other than that, I wouldn't vote for him.
More than 250,000 foreigners illegally registered to vote. Put together, these disclosures reveal an election system so broken and so vulnerable that no one can possibly defend it. It is not defensible. Hundreds of millions of U.S. voter files are in the hands of foreign governments. Our machines and ballot counting systems are exposed to hacking and manipulation and corruption. China and other countries have been trying to meddle in our elections. Evidence of fraud has been buried. Hundreds of thousands of non-citizens and dead people are listed and active on the voter rolls, and yet we still have elections with no voter ID, no proof of citizenship, and tens of millions of ballots floating aimlessly through the mail. As one example of the insanity, California's recent election for mayor of LA and governor.
All right, man. I'm gonna put a button on this one, okay? Man, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section.